The bat is the newest terrifying addition to Roblox, which is why I decided to undergo the ultimate challenge and added him into Minecraft. Now, for the next 99 nights and 100 days, I'll be surviving as the bat, using my monstrous abilities to hunt down my prey from the shadows, while growing into bigger and stronger forms. Will I be able to defeat the deer and reclaim the forest, or will I be sealed away forever? It was time to find out as I spawned into the forest biome as a baby bat. Standing before me were my mom and dad, who were happily watching over me.
Welcome to the world, son.
Soon this forest will belong to you. Your mom and I will make sure of it.
Suddenly, the two of them spotted something lurking from the shadows. It was none other than the horrific deer monster.
There he is. It's time to reclaim our home from that dictator.
My parents jumped into action, trying to catch the enemy off guard, but to their shock, he was able to knock them back with a powerful attack.
Do you two really think I'd let monsters like you control this forest again? Never!
Cultists started to appear as the deer honed in his powers, taking in the strength of all of his followers until he grew bigger in size, and even more menacing. He used his new strength to take on my parents, but it was clear they were no match for him. It wasn't long before my mom fell victim to his strength. Mom!
My boy, I'm sorry. Find the shrines and complete our mission. This place will forever be your home.
The deer monster unleashed a powerful blow, taking my dad down too. No!
They had a child. I can't let you escape.
The deer monster charged after me, forcing me to run deeper into the forest. On day 2, I was being chased through the forest by the terrifying deer monster. He unleashed his laser attacks on me, trying to slow me down, but thanks to my small size, I was able to evade him and continue running. As I fled from the enemy, I spotted a Cape Crusader, but I couldn't slow down to take a better look. Did you see that? There are tons of other Easter eggs hidden throughout the video. Try to find them all. Although I managed to survive his attacks, I knew I couldn't run forever. Luckily, I managed to spot a cave in the distance. Maybe I can take shelter in there for now. I took cover inside of the cave as the deer monster stampeded inside of it behind me.
I know you're around here somewhere.
I tried my best to stay quiet, sneaking around the corners to stay out of sight, but it was risky. He could be lurking anywhere within the shadows. That is, until I got an idea. Wait, I'm a bat. I know what I need to do. Using my echolocation abilities, I was able to see through the walls, locating the whereabouts of the deer. I may be blind, but I can still see you. Thanks to my bat abilities, I managed to find a safe passage into another part of the cave, where I could escape the deer monster for now. My parents. I can't believe the deer monster defeated them. I have to find the shrines that Dad was talking about. I don't think that was my stomach. I turned around and realized I had mistakenly walked straight into a wolf den. Standing in front of me was the alpha of the pack.
Looks like fresh meat has found its way into my den.
I was just leaving.
No way, it's dinner time.
The wolf lunged forward with his jaws wide open. On day 3, I fled from the cave into the forest as the alpha wolf chased close behind me. However, I wasn't prepared for what was about to happen next. The sun rose over the horizon, scorching me until I was set on fire. Ah! It burns!
Your kind can't last in the sunlight. You'll be mine soon.
I retreated back into the shadows, but things went from bad to worse when I was met with the edge of a cliff with nowhere to run. My wings are too small to fly! What should I do? I turned to see the alpha closing in fast. I was running out of time. I guess I don't have a choice. Here goes nothing. I spread my wings and tried to fly as I leapt off the cliff, but it was no use. My wings weren't big enough to lift me. Just as I thought I was done for, I managed to land inside of a small body of water, saving me from the fall and burning alive. I climbed out of the water and found a shrine standing before me. Something about it drew me in closer. Wait, is that one of the shrines my parents told me about?
Come out, wherever you are.
I need to get out of the sunlight and away from that wolf. This place is my best bet. With no other option, I took cover inside of the shrine. unsure of what secrets it held inside. On days 4 through 7, I explored the shrine, searching for any lead I could find, until I stumbled across 2 statues. They're creating so much power. What does it mean? Suddenly, the statue rumbled to life as it began to speak to me.
Young Bat, it is time we showed you everything about your past.
Using its magical abilities, the statue sent me into a mysterious vision from the past.
Long ago, the forest was ruled by the bats as the ultimate leaders. Your kind dominated everything, and all of the animals that lived here respected that. However, over time, the deer monster began to gain his own following of cultists, causing his power to rise even beyond your own. He soon assumed complete control over the forest, exiling the bats into the caves where they were forced to rot in the shadows. Years have passed, and the bats have been waiting until the day they can finally reclaim their home. You must harness the power of the 6 shrines and use it to defeat the deer monster, once again becoming the ultimate ruler of the forest.
This is the mission my parents had planned for me? Then I'll follow through with it. That deer monster will pay for everything he did.
Then choose your power, but be warned, you may only pick one.
I was faced with the difficult task of picking between 2 different powers. One was the ability to increase strength in the darkness, while the other gave me immunity to the sun. Sunlight has always been our greatest foe, and now I'm gonna conquer it. I decided to pick the sun upgrade, causing my body to change entirely. I grew even bigger in size, my wings expanding and my jaws becoming even more powerful than before. I now had 5 more hearts and the ability to conquer the sun. Before I could get accustomed to my new powers, the Alpha Wolf managed to find me.
You've gotten bigger since we last met. No problem. More for me to eat.
The vicious beast lunged at me, and I braced myself for battle. On days 8 through 10, I was fighting against the Alpha Wolf with my new upgrades. Luckily, I was much stronger now, and even had the ability to fly. He tried to strike me down with his massive claws, but I fought back with echolocation attacks of my own, making it evenly matched. Soon, the fight led us back towards the entrance of the shrine. The sun hung in the sky, and I had nowhere to run.
That upgrade isn't just for show. Oh well, I'll just make sure you fry in the sun.
He knocked me into the beaming sunlight, but to his surprise, I didn't burst into flames. My new invincibility made me immune.
What? But that's impossible. You're supposed to burn.
Not anymore. I conquered the sun. I took my chance to land the finishing blow, forcing the Alpha to back down.
I surrender. Not even the deer monster can face the sun. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, Great Bat.
Is that so? Then your first mission as my follower will be to gather cultists of my own. We're gonna overthrow the so-called king of the forest.
Yes, sir. I'll do whatever you say, sir.
The Alpha Wolf fled back into the forest like a scared puppy, ready to take on my requests. Power feels nice. If that's just what one shrine can do, the other 5 will make me unstoppable. Time to find the rest. I took to the skies with my new powerful wings, ready to hunt down the next shrine. On days 11 through 14, I arrived inside of a snow biome as I continued my search for the next shrine. It has to be around here somewhere. As I traveled throughout the terrain, I noticed a cultist camp set up in the distance. I bet there are some useful materials in there. I might as well take a look. I landed onto the grounds of the camp and began to investigate for more tools. However, I accidentally set off a trap, causing a cage to close in around me. What is the meaning of this?
Looks like we caught that pesky bat. You'll make the perfect sacrifice for the ruler of the snowy biome. Come forward, O mighty owl.
The cultist came forward, activating a ritual circle nearby. Soon, the owl landed in front of me.
I haven't seen a bat like you in ages. You'll make a fine meal.
He closed in on my cage to finish me off, but I wasn't going down without a fight. I am not gonna be bird food. Take this! I let out a powerful screech with my echolocation powers. The loud noise made the owl recoil in pain.
Ah, my head!
While he was weak, I struck down the bars of my prison and took to the skies. Later, losers!
You won't escape me so easily. Get back here!
The owl flew after in determination. Escaping wasn't gonna be easy. On days 15 through 17, I was being chased through the snowy biome by the owl.
You might be able to fly, but you aren't prepared to face the hazards of my home.
Using his wings, the owl whipped up a snowstorm, causing a blizzard to blast through the air around us. I tried to escape him, but the storm made flying nearly impossible. You're playing dirty now!
What's the matter? Can't take the cold.
He managed to land a wing attack, clipping my wing. I fell from the sky and crashed into the snowy ground below.
I know you're around here somewhere.
Before he could finish me off, I was able to take cover under a tree, evading the dangerous hunter for now. He's gonna defeat me at this rate. I need to take cover. I took shelter inside of a nearby cave, but when I looked around, I realized there were glowing blue stones inside of it. Wait, this is another shrine. If I can upgrade again, I might be able to defeat him. I walked deeper inside, hoping to find the next pair of statues. On days 18 through 21, I navigated through the shrine in search of the statues. However, this one seemed to be more dangerous than the last. Ice or not, nothing is gonna stop me from getting my next upgrade. Soon, I managed to find the statues, but they were on the other side of a massive pit with icy platforms positioned over it. Maybe I can fly over despite my injured wing? I tried to fly, but quickly fell back to the ground. Ow, ow, ow! Okay, bad idea. I'm gonna do this the old-fashioned way. I took a leap onto the icy platforms and began to make my way towards my prize. However, I soon heard a familiar voice call out to me.
There you are, you little runaway.
You again? Why can't you just leave me alone?
Nobody escapes the owl. Let's see how well you fare with a little bit of turbulence.
He used his wings to create gusts of wind that nearly pushed me over the edge of the slippery platforms. Things were looking dicey. I tried my best to push forward regardless, but the owl sent a tornado straight towards me. I've only got one shot at this. I used the tornado to my advantage, using the gust of wind to carry me over to the other side. Thanks for the lift.
That wasn't supposed to happen.
I picked one of the statues, causing me to transform once again. I grew even larger and more impressive in size, getting strong muscles and even sharper fangs. I now had 5 more hearts and new powers. The owl hesitated. He wasn't expecting this. What was that again about defeating me?
You're crazy. I'm out of here.
The owl ran out of the shrine, but I wasn't gonna let him get away. I chased after him as fast as I could. On days 22 through 25, I chased the owl outside of the shrine, determined to capture him. The tables had finally turned. The predator was now my prey. He was fast, but thanks to my new upgrade, I was faster. I managed to land a sonic shriek to knock him out of the sky and cornered him on the ground.
I won't go down without a fight.
I wouldn't have it any other way. The owl and I began to fight it out. He unleashed his ice and wind attacks on me and fought back with my echolocation attacks of my own, along with my new spin attack. Although he was strong, I had become stronger. I managed to land a hit that finally left me with the advantage. It wasn't long before I was standing over the weakened owl in victory.
I underestimated you. Your power even surpassed that of the deer.
That's because I'm the rightful ruler of this forest. I'm taking back my title.
Forgive me for my ignorance. Allow me to follow you in your quest, Great Bat.
Oh, so you want to switch sides now? Fine. I could use some help from a pawn like you.
The next shrine is somewhere inside of the volcanic biome. But be warned, the mighty ram does not like when intruders enter his turf.
Thanks for the tip. Make sure trouble doesn't follow me. With my new lead in mind, I took to the skies, leaving the owl behind me. On days 26 through 28, I arrived at the volcanic biome and began my search for the next shrine. Come out, wherever you are. Just then, I spotted what I was looking for and returned to the ground to get my prize. Thanks to the owl's lead, it looks like I'm already one step closer to the next upgrade. I walked into the shrine, but there were no statues in sight. Something about it seemed off. That's strange. This isn't the same as the other shrines I've been to.
Oh, dare enters my nest.
Suddenly, a massive scorpion queen emerged before me with her claws and stinger ready to fight. Uh-oh, this isn't a shrine at all. This is a scorpion nest.
You will face my wrath.
The monster didn't waste a moment to come after me with her venomous stinger. I tried to use my new upgrades to fight back, but she was tougher than I expected. She was determined to remove me from her nest at all costs. The two of us traded hits, knocking us back in different directions. Avoiding their deadly pincers and stinger attacks proved to be a deadly challenge. Just then, I noticed a map laying on the ground. What's that? I grabbed the map while I had the chance, and realized it was a lead to the shrine I was looking for.
You come into my home, attack me, and now you're also going to rob me?
Finders keepers, lady.
I am not in this alone. Come, my mighty ram!
Did she say ram? The owl warned me about him. I'm out of here. I ran from the nest, but it was too late. By the time I made it back outside, the terrifying ram was already waiting.
Who dares to interfere with my turf?
On days 29 through 32, I was face to face with the ram himself. I'm only after the real shrine. I won't stay here any longer.
The only animal worthy of entering any of the shrines is the deer.
Oh boy, you've been lied to. The bats are the rightful rulers of this land.
You dare to come here and tell me such nonsense? Now you will pay.
You'll never stop me from finding the real shrine.
That is where you are wrong.
The ram charged forward and began to unleash his arsenal of attacks. He used his earthquaking stomp powers to try and strike me down, proving to be the ultimate force of power on land. I did my best to try to fight back, using my spin attacks to try and catch him off guard, but the ram held strong. He wasn't gonna go down easily. The owl wasn't kidding! This guy is tough!
The owl sent you here. He'll pay for this too.
I realized I had one thing to my advantage. I had my wings. Try to catch me, if you can! I took to the skies to try and evade him, but to my horror, he fired a laser attack, knocking me back down to the ground. What? You can do that?
You're not the only animal in this forest with powers. No flying allowed when you fight me.
He charged towards me to land the finishing blow, but I managed to knock some of the dirt off the ground into his face.
Ah, my eyes!
Now's my chance! I took back to the skies and left the ram behind me. If I had any chance of defeating him, I had to get the next shrine before it was too late. On days 33 through 35, I arrived at the shrine, but the doorway was sealed shut. Oh no. It must require some sort of puzzle to crack. Suddenly, the ground shook beneath my feet. I turned around to see the ram was charging straight towards me.
You will never escape me.
Ah! In a panic, I began to enter different combinations into the door, trying to get access to the shrine. However, none of my desperate attempts worked. As the ram closed in, I took to the skies to evade him. He bashed into the shrine entrance instead of me, breaking the door down into rubble. The path was finally clear.
Ow! My head!
Thanks for the help! With the door now open, I entered the shrine and was met with two new statues to choose from. Let's see. Fire resistance and fire breath. Looks like I'm going with fire breath. Before I could pick, the ram came into the shrine after me, breaking down the statue I was hoping for.
The power of the shrine will never be yours.
Fine. I guess I'm going with fire resistance. I quickly selected the other statue, causing my form to grow even larger. I gained 5 hearts and fire resistance. The ram was ready for round 2, but so was I. On days 36 through 39, the ram and I exited the shrine, continuing our battle outside in the treacherous volcanic biome.
You may have that upgrade, but I know these lands better than you ever could.
Knowledge will only get you so far.
Fine, then I'll just have to show you the extent of my strength.
Our fight took us all across the blasted wastelands. Although I had my upgrade, the ram was still putting up a fight, leaving the two of us neck and neck. He used his laser attacks on me, but I was able to fight back with my boost in strength. It was anyone's game.
You say knowledge isn't power, but it's time you had a taste of my volcanic home.
The ram suddenly knocked me backwards into a pit of lava, but to his surprise, I stood strong. My new fire resistance upgrades from the shrine were coming in clutch. This is actually kinda nice.
What? How is this possible?
Fire resistance, loser. I took my chance to drag my enemy down into the lava with me. He was instantly set on fire since he wasn't equipped with the same resistance as me.
Ah, it burns!
Then surrender!
Okay, I surrender.
I let the ram go and we both returned to the surface in one piece.
You really are powerful. You were able to best me even in my own volcanic biome.
Like I told you before, I'm the true leader of this forest. Or do you still follow that false prophet, the deer?
No, I see the error of my ways. Anything you want, I'll provide.
Now that's what I like to hear. Go find me more followers. I'm gonna go search for the next shrine.
Yes, sir.
The ram ran off to complete his new duties, but I wasn't left alone for long.
Well, it looks like someone has been busy.
I turned to see that waiting nearby was the deer monster himself. On days 40 through 43, I was faced with my arch rival.
I heard you were able to find 3 of the shrines. You sure have been causing a lot of trouble around here.
And I'm just getting started. Once I find the rest of the shrines, you're going down next.
We don't have to do this. You can continue living in the forest without causing any problems.
Thanks, but I don't negotiate with murderers.
I only took down your parents because they attacked me first.
That wanted to reclaim the forest that you stole from our people.
Fine. If you won't surrender peacefully, then you leave me with no choice.
Just then, more of the deer's followers came out of hiding and sacrificed their life forces to the deer, turning him into a terrible monster. His body morphed, and he now wore a skull over his face, just like his fallen men.
Now, it's time for you to meet the same fate as your parents!
He then charged forward and began to unleash his roaring and bite attacks onto me. I fought back with my spinning attacks and echolocation, but it was clear he still outmatched me. Without the power of the 6 shrines, I wasn't strong enough.
The shrines have made you stronger, but not strong enough!
The deer managed to land another powerful blow, forcing me to fall back. I can't keep this up! I need to run! I ran back into the forest to evade him for now, but I knew he was still on the hunt.
Run while you still can. I'll find you no matter what. I have eyes everywhere.
On days 44 through 46, I escaped back into the forest, but I knew that the deer wouldn't leave me alone forever. He's strong. As long as I'm only at half power, there's no way I can make my parents' dream come true. I need to find the last 3 shrines. Desperate to find the next shrine, I began to explore the area in hopes of finding another lead. As I walked through the forest, I spotted a masked vigilante, but when I went to take a closer look, it was gone. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to find the secret. Just then, I spotted a path of glowing blue stones similar to the ones I had seen in previous shrines. I was getting closer to something. I could feel it. Now that's the clue I've been looking for. Time to follow that trail. I followed the stone path until I finally arrived at a quarry. It was filled with more of the glowing rocks. However, the entrance to the shrine was nowhere in sight. Come on! It has to be around here somewhere. I used my echolocation powers in hopes of finding the entrance, but little did I know my abilities would attract something far worse. A massive purple frog dropped down in front of me, stopping me in my tracks.
Nobody messes with the king!
I'm not here for your king. I'm here for the shrine.
It doesn't matter. You're too close. You must be eliminated.
Without warning, the massive frog came after me, ready to strike me down. On days 47 through 50, I was locked in combat with the purple frog, trying to get past his crushing might. He came after me with his frog attacks, forcing me to fight back with everything I had. The two of us traded blows, fighting back and forth. It was anyone's game, and neither side was looking to give up. Take this! I mustered up my energy and attacked back using my enhanced echolocation beam attack. However, instead of landing a finishing blow, the purple frog split into 2 smaller blue frogs. What the? I tried to stop the smaller frogs, but I couldn't move fast enough. They conjoined back together, reforming the purple frog's massive form.
Defend the king!
My enemy came after me again, and I realized I was fighting an uphill battle. It's no use! If I can't take all the smaller frogs out quick enough, he'll just keep regenerating! Desperate to escape, I noticed a weak point in the wall, giving me an idea. I used my Echo Strike attack to tear it down, revealing the entrance to the shrine I had been seeking. I knew I was close! I knocked the frog back with a sonic attack and escaped into the shrine while it was still dazed and confused. I needed my next upgrade at any cost. On days 51 through 54, I arrived inside of the shrine's cave and began my search for the next 2 statues. That purple frog can't be far behind. I better make sure I find those statues before he finds me. I used my echolocation powers to try and locate the correct passage. However, a loud sound began to burst out from the speakers on the ceiling. Ow, my head! What is that noise?
You'll never complete this shrine without your precious echolocation. You're just a blind bat after all.
That jerk! This is all the deer's doing! I need to stop that noise. I stumbled to the cave helplessly, looking for a way to silence the ear-piercing noise, but the deer had placed speakers on every corner. There was no escape. Come on, the source has to be somewhere. I feel it getting louder! Finally, I managed to locate the source of the noise. Using one of my attacks, I quickly broke it to pieces. Whew. Silence.
Good work. You walked right into my trap.
I turned around and realized the deer was standing behind me. He had successfully lured me back into his claws.
Now I'll finally finish you off like I should have all those days ago.
I ran away from the monster as he gave chase behind me. On days 55 through 57, I was being chased through the shrine by the enraged deer monster. I tried to use my attacks to slow him down, but he didn't budge.
You won't escape me this time! I'll crush you!
I thought I was surely done for, but as soon as I entered another part of the cave, the deer stopped in his tracks. What's the matter? Are you tired?
No, I'm just not foolish enough to take a step closer. Looks like my job just got much easier.
What is that supposed to mean? Before he could give me an answer, the ground under us began to shake. The deer monster retreated into the depths of the shrine. What the? Suddenly, the king frog emerged before me. I had mistakenly walked into his cave, and he wasn't happy about it. Nice frog? Without warning, the king came after me to crush me under his slippery feet. He unleashed a slew of new projectiles that dealt massive damage if I failed to dodge out of the way in time. I fought back with my claw attacks, but he was even tougher than the purple frog I had faced before. I managed to split him into two purple frogs, but just like my previous battle, they can join once more, returning him back into his monstrous form. Those statues have to be close. If I want to survive this, I need one more upgrade. Dodging another attack, I scampered back through the tunnels. On days 58 through 61, I searched the area for the statues as the king frog continued to try and strike me down. Luckily, after a bit of searching, I managed to find them. There it is. Now what should I choose? I have to hurry! I was out of time, so I took the first upgrade I could reach, causing me to scale even larger in size, gain 5 more hearts, and acquire new powers. Alright, you oversized toad, you're going down! I unleashed my new ability and realized I had picked a statue that gave me the power to shoot a rapid-fire bat blast. Score! That's exactly the power I needed to deal with this guy! Armed with my new strength, I clashed once again with the king frog. He broke into his smaller forms, but thanks to my new ability, I was able to wipe out the frog duplicates quickly. Soon, all that remained was a single green frog. Any last words?
Oh, please, let me live!
And what use would you be to me?
The frogs will join your side! Yeah, we'll help you take down that deer monster jerk!
Well, the more warriors I have, the better. Fine. Welcome to the team, follower.
Oh, thank you, sir!
With my new upgrade, I left the shrine, ready to seek out the last 2 remaining. I refused to let the deer monster win. On days 62 through 64, I returned outside of the shrine to find a plume of smoke rising up from the distance. What's that about? I better take a closer look. I took to the skies and checked out the source of the smoke to find a couple of cultists worshipping the deer monster around a campfire. More followers of the deer, huh? Maybe I should listen in for some intel. I got in closer and listened in on their conversation from hiding.
Have you heard? The bat has been terrorizing all the creatures of this forest.
The deer monster won't stand for this. He'll unleash his mighty power and strike down that false prophet.
Yeah, and it's not like the deer monster is going to be taken down by him anyways. He's protected by the forest itself.
What's that supposed to mean? Suddenly, the two of them turned in my direction.
Did you hear that? Something is there!
Uh-oh, party's over. I stepped out of hiding and quickly struck down the cultists before they could cause me any trouble. I wonder what they meant by the forest protecting the deer. Protection or not, I'm gonna get the revenge my parents deserve. Just then, my alpha wolf ally emerged before me.
Bat, I've been looking everywhere for you.
Yes? What is it?
I need you to come with me. You'll be pleased with what I was able to do.
All right, lead the way. I followed the alpha wolf's lead and left the area. On days 65 through 67, I followed the alpha wolf to another part of the forest where another cult had gathered. What is all of this?
It's your cult. I managed to convert a number of people over to your cause.
It's good to see you took your mission to heart. Finally, people and creatures alike are understanding who the real king of this place should be.
It's the Great Bat! What words of wisdom do you have for us?
I tell you all, listen up! The crowd quieted down and prepared to listen to their new leader. The final battle is approaching by the day. As we speak, I'm only 2 shrines away from reaching my full power, so I can take on the deer monster.
Yeah! Boo, deer monster!
Silence while I'm speaking! I struck down the noisy follower, quieting the crowd back down. As I was saying, we must prepare for the final battle. The deer's most loyal cultist will be on his side until the end, but with our growing numbers, I know we'll be able to stomp him out.
Oh, Great Bat, please take this gift as a token of our gratitude.
Excellent! That upgrade is so close I can taste it!
Your reign of terror ends here.
Suddenly, a bear approached from behind us with his claws ready to strike me down. Intruder!
You will fall in the name of the deer monster.
You go to the shrine. I'll hold this goon off.
I'm counting on you. I took to the skies and began my search for the next shrine while my followers fended off the forest threat. On days 68 through 72, I arrived at the location on the map to find the next shrine standing before me. Time to take what's rightfully mine. I entered inside of it and began to seek out the next pair of statues. As I explored the shrine, I spotted an interesting man, but they vanished before I could take a closer look. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to spot it. You can't hide from me! I'm the Bat! I used my echolocation to try and see through the walls, but even with my powers, I couldn't find anything. That's strange. Is it just my imagination? Just then, something flew in and hit me with a powerful sneak attack. By the time I got my bearing, I was faced with another bat looming over me.
This is my shrine. You're not welcome here.
Nothing belongs to you. I'm the ultimate leader of this forest.
As if that title belongs to the deer monster.
Not for long. I'll be taking back that shrine soon.
Throne or no throne, you're on my turf. Get out of my shrine, or I'll kick you out by force.
Please, I'm 10 times the bat you'll ever be.
You take that back.
In a fit of rage, the bat charged forward, attacking me with everything he had. He used a variety of attacks such as blood-curdling screeches and a powerful bite to try and throw me off guard. But I wasn't gonna let him defeat me that easily. I fought back with my Bat Blast abilities, trying to match his strength. The two of us fought back and forth to prove ourselves as the stronger being, but he knew this cave better than I did, and he was about to use that to his advantage.
See ya!
Suddenly, the blood bat managed to slip away into a secret passage, evading my attacks. What the? Where are you hiding?
Behind you.
Before I could react, he appeared from another passage and struck me with a flyby clothesline attack. I tried my best to counter him, but it was no use. Every move I made, he was able to evade and counter with a powerful hit of his own. As long as he could manipulate the secret passages of the shrine, I wasn't going to be landing a single hit on him.
I know these caves like the back of my hand. You'll never be able to win against me here. Now all that's left to do is to finish you off.
On days 73 through 75, I was beginning to lose the battle with the blood bat. I needed to find a way to outsmart him before it was too late. He's not the only one who can use shortcuts. I just need to follow his lead. I stood still and listened rather than attacking relentlessly. Sure enough, the bat came for me, but I was able to predict his attack. I struck him out of his secret passage with a swift blow. You can't fool me anymore, loser! I entered the passage he had opened and arrived on the other side to find the two statues of the shrine waiting. Now was my chance to turn the tide of battle. I picked between the wind resistance and lightning power upgrades. I chose lightning, causing my form to grow even larger and more powerful than before. I now had 5 more hearts and new powers at my disposal. The bat rampaged into the room, but little did he know I was now more ready than ever to fight. Come and get a taste of my true strength! The bat used his same sonar moves as before, but I unleashed my new electric powers, catching him off guard. I used my advantage to fight harder than ever before. It wasn't just my life on the line, but the legacy of my people and my parents. I wasn't gonna let some bloodbat stop me from finishing my quest. I managed to strike him down with a powerful attack, leaving him weak.
The creatures of this forest will only follow the deer monster.
We'll see about that. I think the forest is under new ownership. I used one more attack to land the finishing blow and left the shrine. I was back outside in the forest with only one more shrine left to claim. It shouldn't be too long now before I reach my full power.
Are you sure about that?
Just then, the same bear that attacked me before emerged from behind me. You again? I don't have time to waste my energy on a furball like you.
Mock me all you want, Bat. Us animals will never follow you.
Oh yeah? then why do I already have the ram, owl, king frog, and wolves on my side?
They're foes, but the bears are a proud pack. There's no way we'd ever listen to you.
I'm afraid you won't have much of a choice once I reach my full potential.
Then I just won't let you get there.
I braced myself as the bear lunged forward, prepared to tear me to shreds. On days 76 through 79, I was locked in battle against the bear of the forest. He had terrorized me in my cult long enough. I was gonna put him in his place. The beast used his powerful claws on me to try and strike me down, but I now had the power of 5 shrine upgrades at my disposal. I unleashed my new abilities onto the vicious bear, showing him just how powerful the bat could really be. We struggled back and forth, trying to one-up each other in combat. But it was clear who the real winner of this fight was meant to be. I finally struck him with an electric attack, proving how much I had grown since the last time we faced each other.
How can this be? You're stronger than before.
That's the power of the shrines. With one final hit, I defeated the bear, leaving him incredibly weak. He was on the verge of death, but I was gonna give him one last chance. Surrender to my side or I'll have to slay you.
The other creatures of the forest might follow you now, but I never will. You bats are nothing but pure evil.
Suit yourself. I'll just finish you off now.
Oh yeah? Even if you kill me and get the power of the final shrine, you will never be able to reach the deer monster.
And why is that? My wings can take me anywhere in the forest.
Anywhere but the peak of Death Mountain. That's where the deer monster lives, and he'll forever be protected from the likes of you.
Some mountain isn't gonna stop me. Now, it's time you paid for your crimes. I landed the finishing blow, making an example of him to any other animal in the forest that wanted to resist my power. Upon his death, he dropped the map to the Death Mountain he had told me about. This must be where the deer is residing. Let's just see how big and scary this place really is. On days 80 through 83, I arrived at the base of the mountain thanks to the map I had taken from the bear. I'm sure he was just underestimating me. I can reach the top! I used my wings to take to the skies, but as I moved upwards, a violent storm began to pick up. I couldn't fly through it. The winds knocked me back down towards the ground before I could reach the top. What? How is that even possible? The sky was clear a moment ago. There has to be another way up. I decided to investigate the mountain further on foot to find another way up. The place was filled with different obstacles blocking my path. The bear was right after all. This place was gonna be a challenge to pass through. Just then, I spotted something interesting, but I couldn't seem to get a good look at it before it was gone. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to find the secret. With no way to pass through the mountain, I decided to turn around and defeat. I was gonna have to find another way to climb it. If the deer monster is at the peak of this thing, how am I gonna reach him? No, I can't think like that. I just need to get to the final shrine. With its power, surely I'll be able to fly through this storm. Suddenly, I spotted something fly out of the corner of my eye. I was being watched. Who goes there? I pursued the mysterious creature through the forest, but it always seemed to be one step ahead of me. I couldn't track it down. Wait a second. Haven't I seen that pumpkin before? Where did they go? What is this? I tried to move away from the landmark, but no matter where I turned in the forest, I would return to where I started. Oh no, that monster must have trapped me in a loop. I'm stuck in here. On days 84 through 86, I was trapped in a loop with no way out. I needed to find a way to break it. Walking on foot doesn't work, but that doesn't mean I can't fly. I took to the skies, trying to escape another way, but I was instantly teleported back towards the ground. Okay, something is definitely wrong here, and I know that runaway mob has to do with it. I used my echolocation powers to seek out the mob that was messing with me. Sure enough, I managed to locate them. Gotcha!
Eek! Leave me alone!
A fairy. I should have known. You're the only one with the power to curse me like this.
Please, I don't want any trouble.
Oh, is that right? Then why are you trapping me here? Don't you know who I am? I'm the Bat. I'll make you pay.
I can't let you find the final shrine. If you do, the deer monster will.
So that's it. You work for my enemy.
You bats are nothing but evil, I tell you. I'm glad the deer took over this forest.
Careful what you say. I'm the stronger mob here.
Yes, sir, Bat, sir.
You will reveal the shrine to me, or else I will take you down right now.
All right. Just let me be.
Fine, but I'm watching you. No funny business. I let the fairy go, and as she disappeared, she used her magic to finally reveal the hidden path to the shrine and cleared the storm.
It's just down that way. The loop is broken.
Perfect. You're lucky I'm feeling nice today. I let you go this time, but next time, I won't be so generous.
Okay, thank you.
I continued down the path she presented to me. Soon, I arrived outside of the final shrine. This is it! No turning back now! I entered inside of the cave, ready to finally reach my full potential as the Bat. On days 87 through 89, I entered the final shrine to find the last 2 statues already waiting for me inside. Which one of these upgrades will be mine?
Neither of them.
Suddenly, the fairy from before appeared and hit me with a magic attack that sent my head spinning. Ah! What did you do to me?
I just needed you to have your guard down, and you fell right into my trap. Have a nice nap.
Before I could do anything, her magic took over, knocking me out and sending me into a dream realm. What is this place? Where am I?
Hello again.
You! I should have killed you when I had the chance!
Maybe so. This is the dream world. Thanks to my spell, you'll be trapped here forever now.
Why are you helping the deer? The bats deserve to reclaim the land!
The bats caused nothing but trouble when they controlled the forest. I'm not going back to those times. Have fun in your new home.
I shouted out at the voice in the sky, but there was no reply. I was officially alone. No! I'm so close to the final upgrade. I have to escape! I tried to find a way to escape the dream world, but no matter how far I flew or walked, there was no way out. The fairy was right. I was stuck here. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. I was tricked.
Giving up already? That doesn't sound like my son.
Just then, I picked up on a familiar voice I hadn't heard in days. I turned around to see my parents were standing before me. Mom? Dad? On days 90 through 92, I was face to face with my parents who I thought had long been defeated. I didn't understand how it was possible for them to be standing before me now. How are you here? The deer monster, he…
What the fairy didn't tell you is that this place exists between dream and reality. Because of that, you can see those who have already passed on.
It's really us. We're so happy to see how much you've achieved already.
But I haven't been able to complete your mission. The fairy trapped me here before I could get the final upgrade.
Our little plan might have backfired. Your father and I have a gift for you.
My mom used her powers on me, causing a surge of energy to come over my body. I grew even larger in size and gained 10 more hearts.
That's right. Don't let that power go to waste. Fulfill your destiny!
But, will I ever see you again?
You don't have to see us to know we're watching over you.
And we're so proud to call you our son.
Mom, Dad, I love you both so much. I promise, I'll rule the forest and make the deer monster pay for everything.
We love you too, son.
I said my goodbyes and used my new powers to teleport me back to the overworld. I woke up back where I'd passed out to find the fairy still looming over me.
What? This is impossible! How did you escape?
I had a little help from some of my fellow bats. I unleashed my powers onto the fairy past, striking her down once and for all. She wasn't going to be playing any more of her magical tricks on me. That's what you get for messing with me! I finally looked towards the statues and thought over my options. I could choose between the sharper claws and faster flight, but I decided that the sharper claws upgrade would be what I needed to give me an edge in the final battle. I interacted with the statue, causing me to scale up, gain 5 more hearts, and gain new strength. Finally, I've reached my full power! The deer better be ready! I'm claiming this forest in my name! On days 93 through 95, I followed the map back to the whereabouts of the deer. Just like before, the mountain loomed over me along with the violent storm taking place at its peak. Whew, here we go again. I have the power of all 6 shrines on my side though. I should be able to do this, right? I spread my wings and took to the skies, trying to see how far I could fly towards the peak of the mountain. Thanks to my upgrade, I was able to hold on, but the winds were still fierce. Come on, almost through the storm. I tried to give it everything I had, but it was no use. The wind knocked me out of the sky, sending me plummeting back down towards the ground. No! I'm so close! That cowardly deer is hiding in his mountain because he knows I can beat him! I stood at the base of the mountain, unsure of what to do. After everything I had been through and the sacrifices my parents had made, I didn't want to let them down. I remembered that day the deer took them from me. They sacrificed everything for me to get to this point.
There he is. It's time to reclaim our home from that dictator.
My parents jumped into action, trying to catch the enemy off guard, but to their shock, he was able to knock them back with a powerful attack.
Do you two really think I'd let monsters like you control this forest again? Never!
Cultists started to appear as the deer honed in his powers, taking in the strength of all of his followers until he grew bigger in size, and even more menacing. He used his new strength to take on my parents, but it was clear they were no match for him. It wasn't long before my mom fell victim to his strength. Mom!
My boy, I'm sorry. Find the shrines and complete our mission. This place will forever be your home.
The deer monster unleashed a powerful blow, taking my dad down too. No! I'm a failure. Even after everything they did for me, I can't reach the monster at the top to finish him off. Just as I was at my lowest, the owl came to the mountain to speak with me.
What's the matter, sir?
Oh, it's you. I'm not sure how I'm gonna reach the deer. I vowed to my parents that I would take him down. But now it seems like the very world itself is against me.
That may be so, but don't forget, you have the support of the forest now. You took control over most of the deer's followers. He's at an all-time low now.
Yes, but what does it matter if I can't reach the top of the mountain to fight him?
Who said you had to do it alone?
What are you implying?
Myself and your other followers can help you. You have so many different ones now that they're sure to be of use to you.
You're right. Why didn't I think of that sooner? Very well. You lowlives will finally all make good use of yourselves. Let's move.
I'll gather everyone around to prepare for the trek, but I assure you, they'll arrive when you need them most.
With our new mission set, the owl took to the skies to gather up the rest of our allies. The trek to the top wasn't gonna be easy, but I was determined to find a way to the deer monster no matter what. Watch out, deer! I'm taking this forest for myself! On days 96 through 98, I was prepared to take on the trek of Death Mountain. Flying was out of the question, but I never let that stop me before. I was gonna make the trek on foot. I scouted out the base of the mountain to find that the deer monster already had his cultists positioned ready to take on intruders. I'm strong enough to fight them, but there are so many. I don't have time to deal with these guys. They're gonna call backup as soon as they spot me. Suddenly, the alpha wolf approached me.
Need some help?
I'm guessing the owl filled you in?
He did, but don't worry, you can leave these guys to me. I'll take down the reinforcements too when they arrive, so you can focus on reaching the deer.
Thanks. I'm going for the main targets then. The alpha ran into the fray, getting the attention of the cultists.
Hey, come and face me!
While he held off the enemies, I continued climbing up the mountain until my path was blocked by a giant boulder. This shouldn't be a problem for me. I used a variety of my powers, but none of them were enough to crack the boulder. Even worse, flying was still out of the question as the storm continued to rage on around me. What is this thing made of? Metal?
Out of the way!
Suddenly, the ram charged towards me. I jumped out of the way and he crashed into the boulder, causing it to crumble under the impact of his horns.
No need to fear. Ram is here. You can continue your climb, sir.
I guess those horns of yours are pretty tough. Man, when I reach the top, the deer isn't gonna know what hit him. I continued up the mountain when I spotted something flying around the structure of the rocks. I tried to take a closer look, but it seemed to vanish when I did. Did you find all the secrets? Rewatch the video and comment below where they are. I was reaching the peak of the mountain when I discovered a waterfall blocking my path. I guess a little water never hurt anyone. I ran towards the waterfall and tried to charge through it, but I was knocked back by the impact of the water above. I guess that would have been too easy, huh? If only I could just fly to the top!
No need as long as I'm here.
Suddenly, the owl swooped down in front of me. Oh, hey, welcome back. Thanks for calling up all our allies. I wouldn't have gotten past the base of the mountain without them.
It's no problem. Anything to serve you.
How are you gonna get me past this waterfall, though?
You forget, I'm also a creature of ice.
The owl unleashed his attacks on the waterfall, causing it to freeze. I now had a clear path to the peak of the mountain.
See? What did I tell you?
Wow, I never considered that. Thank you again. The end is finally here.
Looks like the deer is just ahead. Are you ready to fight?
More than ever. Finally, you'll pay for the crimes he made against my family.
Good luck, leader.
Thanks, but I won't need it. With the obstacles finally out of my way, I made my final stretch towards the peak of the mountain. The deer monster was about to face the wrath of the bat himself. On day 99, I finally reached the peak of the mountain where the deer monster had already stood waiting for me.
How did you climb up here?
You forgot who your followers now listen to. Surrender the forest, and I might consider letting you go.
Your kind are all the same. Just a bunch of bloodthirsty animals. That's why I had to take this forest in the first place. We would have never seen peace under your reign.
You talk about peace when you were the one who murdered my parents!
I didn't want to, but they left me no choice.
Liar! You enjoyed every moment of it!
They attacked me first. This is why I took the forest from you bats in the first place. All bats want is absolute control, and I couldn't allow that.
Oh, alright, and it's better you have absolute control then? Don't act like you're the good guy here! Admit it! You just want the forest and its power for yourself!
No, I don't! You refuse to listen to me!
That's because I'm not gonna give in to your games. You won't trick me. This forest is my birthright, and now I'm gonna take it back.
Then I guess there's no reasoning with you. Fine, I'll just do the same I did with your mom and dad. You'll finally be able to see them again when I'm done with you.
We'll see about that. It was time to decide the fate of the forest and who would lead it. The battle began as we charged towards each other. Day 100. There I was, at the peak of the mountain, clashing with the deer monster in an epic battle. The deer monster wasn't a pushover. He had the power of all the other monsters in the forest I fought before. But I wasn't backing down. I was far more experienced now than on day 1. I knew what tricks he had up his sleeve, and I was prepared to take them on. Using the abilities I had gained from the shrines over my journey, I surprised the deer monster with my Bat Claw and Bat Blat's attacks, proving I wasn't the pushover I was before.
You've gotten even stronger.
Of course I have. I'm not gonna let you take this forest from me. I'm reclaiming it in the name of my parents.
I'm afraid I can't let you do that. I'll fight until my last breath to defend this place.
The battle continued to unfold as we both gave it everything we had. For every laser attack he made at me, I would return it with a sonar beam attack of my own. We were neck and neck, but I had to keep trying. Suddenly, he landed a powerful roar attack, leaving me weak.
Give up yet?
Never. I unleashed my spin attack, catching him off guard. Suddenly, I had the upper hand in the battle.
How is this possible? You're supposed to be weak!
The power of all 6 shrines is how. With one final blow, I managed to defeat the deer monster. He stood before me in a weakened shell of his former self. A single punch would have been enough to end him now.
You leave me no choice. Come to me, power of my followers!
Oh no, it's the same thing he did on day 1. I braced myself as he tried to absorb the power of his followers, but to his surprise, nothing happened.
What? Where are my followers? Why didn't it work?
Wait, that's right. They can't help you because they don't follow you anymore. They're with me now. You have just been dethroned.
You may have won in this life, but the next one you won't be so lucky.
Using the last of his magic, he hit me with a final attack before giving into his wounds once and for all. I had managed to defeat the deer monster and reclaim the forest in the name of the bats. However, what happened next, I would have never been prepared for. Suddenly, a surge of energy overcame my body, causing me to feel strange. Wait, this isn't right. What's happening to me? What did the deer do? My wings sprouted feathers, and I began to take on the qualities of the owl instead. The deer had somehow corrupted me with his dark magic. I tried to fight back, but it was no use. The magic power completely consumed me, sending me into another realm. I was still alive, but I still had a long journey ahead of me. Surrounding me were my mom and dad, who were overjoyed to greet me into the world.
Welcome to the forest, my son.
As the protectors of this place, we'll rid of anything that threatens our home.
Suddenly, the ground trembled under our feet as we could hear something approaching from the distance. A terrifying king frog soon emerged and landed in front of me and my family, looming over us with his massive size.
Out of my way! I'll be taking what's rightfully mine!
How did you escape? We locked you away all those years ago!
You Foolish birds! Did you really think your worthless prison could seal me forever? Now I'll finish what I started. This entire forest will soon belong to me.
Not while we're here to stop you.
My mom and dad jumped into battle, using their strength to try and stop the King Frog's rampage. But he wasn't going down easily. The King Frog fought back with his tongue attacks, showing just how much stronger he had become over the years. Soon, he had my parents cornered. Mom! Dad!
My son, you're our last hope. Please, find the deer monster. He'll give you the guidance you need.
I've been waiting for this moment. You two will finally taste my revenge.
We love you, Max. Don't let the Frog King win.
The King Frog then unleashed his jump attack, landing onto them for the killing blow. No!
You're next.
I ran for my life as the King Frog chased after me. On day 2, I was being pursued through the forest by the King Frog. I tried to shake him off my tail, but with his jumping abilities, he was able to leap into the sky, landing in front of me no matter where I turned.
You can't escape me. I'll kill you just like I did with your parents.
He lashed his tongue at me, but thanks to my small size, I managed to dodge him and slip into cover. I can't outrun him like this. I need to slow him down. I looked around and noticed a field of sweet berry bushes, giving me an idea. Hey, over here! Just as I expected, the king jumped down in front of me, but this time he got himself stuck in the bushes.
You pest! This won't hold me forever!
I took my chance and made a run for it, but soon I was cornered at the edge of a massive cliff. I have wings, but I've never flown before! I turned and realized the King Frog was already closing in ahead. I couldn't hesitate any longer. I took a leap of faith off the edge of the cliff in a desperate attempt to escape the monster behind me. On day 3, I plummeted off the side of the cliff. Just as I was about to hit the ground, my wings jolted into action and I began to glide. I can't believe it! I can fly! I soon landed and realized I had landed inside of a snowy biome, unaware of what horrors waited inside of it. I may have escaped for now, but I can't let my guard down. I better start searching for the deer monster my dad mentioned. I began to travel through the snow, but as I did, I couldn't shake the feeling something was watching me. Hello? Who's there? Come out and face me! Suddenly, a crazed deer monster leapt from the nearby trees and tried to attack. The beast charged at me with his laser eye attacks, trying to kill me like a rabid animal. Wait! My dad was the owl! He told me to find you! I don't want to fight! I tried to reason with him, but it was no use. Something was terribly wrong with the deer. With nowhere to run, I took to the skies to try and escape the predator. Unfortunately for me, he shot me down with his laser eyes and closed in for the kill. On days 4 through 7, I thought I was done until the sun rose up into the sky above us. Both myself and the deer bursted into flames. Ah! It burns! The deer ran away, but I was now left vulnerable in the sunlight. Just then, a soft voice called out towards me.
Hey, over here!
I used the rest of my strength to follow the voice towards a cave to find who was calling out to me. Did you guys see that bug in the background? There are loads of Easter eggs hidden throughout the video. Try to find them all. I managed to reach the cave and hide inside, allowing the flames to fizzle out. Although, standing before me was a fairy.
Hi there.
You must be the one who called me here. Thanks for your help. What happened to the deer monster?
The Frog King and his followers are what happened. They took my fairy sisters and have been using their magic to corrupt the creatures of this forest. I need the help of the owl to save them and stop this madness.
But I'm just a baby owl. What can I do?
You will be facing this alone. My sisters and I will help you reach your full power.
The fairy used her powers on me, causing my form to change. I grew bigger in size and sprouted razor-sharp talons. I was now an adult owl with 5 more hearts and new powers.
Use this power to save my sisters and rescue the deer monster. Only then will you stand a chance against the Frog King.
Wow, thanks. I won't let you down, both in the name of the forest and my parents. I peered outside to see the sun was setting once again. With the night on my side, I set off into the forest in search of the cult that held the deer monster under their control. On days 8 through 10, I traveled through the night until I stumbled upon the frog cultist camp lurking in the shadows. This must be where they could have a captured fairy. Time to investigate. I landed to get a closer look, only to find that the camp had cultists everywhere. I couldn't find a safe way inside. How am I supposed to evade these guys? Wait, I can fly! Using my ability to fly, I snuck inside their base and checked each tent to see if I could find a captive fairy. After checking all the tents, I reached the heart of the camp, where I saw the deer monster being held captive in the middle of a ritual circle.
Is he still within our control?
For now. Just needs a few more reinforcements in the wards to make sure he doesn't snap out of it.
The cultists activated the circle, causing the deer to cry in pain. Oh no! I can't just stand by and watch this! I have to help! I ran in and knocked the deer out of the circle, but it was too late. He was still under the influence of the cult.
The owl has arrived! Get him!
The cultists cleared the area as the deer monster turned towards me and charged. I braced myself for the battle. On days 11 through 14, I clashed once again with the deer monster, but this time I was stronger thanks to the power of the fairy. He used his laser eye attacks on me, but I went on the defensive and used my owl shield to protect myself from the blows. With my upgraded strength, I wasn't going to be defeated that easily, but that didn't help me much since I wanted to save the deer monster. Come on, I know the old deer's somewhere in there.
You'll never snap him out of it, not as long as we have him under our control.
Just then, I spotted the ritual circle on the ground and got an idea. If I can't snap you out of it, then I'll just revert this curse myself. I used my wind blade attacks to knock the deer back into the circle to reverse his curse.
No!
The circle lit up under the deer's hooves, transforming him back into his original form. My plan had worked perfectly.
I'm me again. You will all pay for your crimes.
The cultist tried to run, but the deer monster made his way over to the cultist group and used his powers to vaporize them.
That'll teach you to try and control me.
Good work, deer monster. Let's get you out of here before more show up. Unfortunately, we were soon interrupted by a terrifying blue frog monster. Another frog? Who are you?
I am a follower of the King Frog. All entities that rebel against him will face my wrath.
The battle was only just beginning. We prepared as the blue frog came after us next. On days 15 through 17, the deer monster and I fought against the amphibious beast. The deer used powerful attacks to strike down the enemy, but to our surprise, he bursted into multiple green frogs instead.
You won't defeat us that easily.
They merged together once again, forming the blue frog. He was unlike anything we had ever seen before.
We won't win by fighting him like this. We have to run.
Before the frog could let out his next attack, the deer monster and I escaped the cultist camp before it was too late. We regrouped in a hiding spot within the forest, seeking shelter from the King Frog's men.
Thank you all for your help back there. Looks like I'm still in debt to the owls after all.
What do you know about my people?
Long ago, the King Frog descended onto our forest, threatening to take over it and all of the creatures that live inside. Many creatures tried to stop him, but he was too powerful to defeat. The only way to end his wrath was to seal him away for good. Your parents sought me out, and we joined forces. By combining my power with theirs, we sealed the King Frog away for what we thought would be forever. But it seems that now he has escaped.
Can we seal him away again?
Yes, but you will need the combined strength of at least 2 owls to do it.
Then let me find the rest of the fairies and reach my full power. I'll stop at nothing until that king is locked away for his crimes.
You have my support. I'll help you.
Out of nowhere, the blue frog arrived outside the cave we were hiding in. We had been discovered.
You thought you could escape me?
Find the other fairies. I'll hold him off.
I took the chance to fly away while the deer monster held off the enemy. I needed to get more powerful and fast. On days 18 through 21, I scoured the forest when I realized that the trees were beginning to set on fire. What? Where did these flames come from? Just then, I spotted a cultist entering the forest wielding a powerful flamethrower. He was setting the forest on fire to weed us out. Not good. I need to move. I tried my best to evade the fire, but it was spreading at a rapid pace. The light was terrifying and weakened my powers. Just then, I heard the sound of someone screaming for help. I needed to move, but the flames were too intense. I can't move through this! Out of my way! I unleashed my wind attack to clear a path and followed the sound of the screams. When I arrived, I discovered a fairy who was cornered by a group of cultists.
You're coming with us. The power will be perfect to serve the king.
Leave me alone! I won't help you!
We're not asking.
The cultists went into attack, but I was able to intervene, protecting the fairy with my shield.
Why you'll pay for that. Get him, boys!
The cultists tried to take me down, but luckily I was able to defeat them thanks to all the abilities I had at my disposal. Hey there, are you hurt?
Thanks to you, I'm not. You must be the owl that is going to save me and my sisters. You have my blessing.
The fairy casted a spell onto me, transforming me into something even more powerful. I grew bigger in size and got a brilliant golden crown on my head. I now had 5 more hearts and upgraded strength. I feel incredible! Thank you! Just then, the sun rose into the sky. I didn't realize it was already morning. Oh no, where's cover? I have to run! Wait, why am I not on fire?
In your new form, you can now navigate the sunlight. Please use your powers to find the rest of my sisters and stop the King Frog.
No more hiding in the shadows, huh? Thank you. I won't let you down. Just then, I spotted flamethrower cultists from earlier running into the woods. You're not escaping me! I took to the skies and began to pursue the cultist to finish him off for good. On days 22 through 25, I followed the cultist into a volcanic biome. There, he ran into a nearby clearing, but I now had my chance to strike. Stop right there! I swooped down to finish him off, only for scorpions to crawl out around me. He had led me straight into a scorpion nest trap.
Good luck dealing with that, owl monster!
Why, you little… I tried to attack, but it was no use. There were too many scorpions around me. The cultists escaped while I was left to deal with the infestation. I used my attacks to try and strike them down, but they were ruthless, stinging me with their venomous stingers. Enough! Suddenly, I unleashed a blizzard attack around me, clearing the minions in one swoop. However, the battle had just begun. Soon, their queen broke out of the ground in front of me, ready to fight. I braced myself as a terrifying scorpion queen charged forward. On days 26 through 28, I was fighting in my toughest battle yet against the queen of the scorpions. Hold on! Maybe we can be friends! No fighting? I'll take that as a no. The scorpion continued her assault, and I used my upgraded strength to fight back. But it wasn't looking good for me. I don't have time for this! See ya, crazy lady! I tried to fly out of the deadly situation, but the foe quickly used her poison spit attack to bring me back to the ground. This monster means business! I need to stop messing around and kill this thing! I fought back with everything I had, trying to pierce through the scorpion's heavy armor, but nothing was working. I couldn't crack her tough exoskeleton, and I was running out of options. Suddenly, I was struck with a spray attack, poisoning me badly. I can't go out like this! What do I do? Without many other options, I tried to fly away once again. But this time, I avoided the scorpion attacks, giving me the opportunity to get some distance from the threat. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it far enough out of the volcanic area. My body was still being inflicted with poisonous damage from the queen's attack, and I fell back to the surface. This is bad. With this poison damage slowly draining my health, I won't get very far. Just then, I heard the queen's roar approaching from the distance and started looking for a spot to lay low before I was found. Fortunately, I ducked behind some cover just before the queen entered the area. I can't go on like this. I have to find the cure before this poison kills me. Staying out of the scorpion's view, I left the area she was scouting in search of a cure for my affliction. On days 29 through 32, I was scouring the volcanic biome for a cure to my poison, but all signs of plant life had been burnt up. Come on! There has to be something that can heal this poison! Just when I was about to lose hope, I spotted a lone plant in the distance. I realized this could be the herb I needed. Only one issue was that the plant was sitting across a boiling hot lava obstacle course. I could fly over this! Here goes nothing! I made my way towards the plant, only for the scorpion to arrive once again and clip my wing in the process. When I looked around, I was now in the middle of an obstacle course with a scorpion blocking my one way out. Ouch! This monster is relentless! I tried to fly again, but it was no use. I hurt my wing too badly. Looks like I can't fly with this injury. I'm gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. With no other option, I began to platform over the lava, slowly closing in closer towards my herb prize. Did you see that Easter egg? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to find the secret. Suddenly, one of the platforms collapsed under my weight. I managed to make it to the next one before falling into the lava below. I just need to stay light on my feet. With sheer determination, I made it to the other side. But before I could harvest the cure, the blue frog jumped down into my path.
You thought you could escape me again?
You again? What did you do with the deer?
Your friend wasn't strong enough to stop me, and neither will you. This time I'm going to finish the job.
The blue frog came after me, determined to end my life here and now. On days 33 through 35, I was fighting for my life against the blue frog. Without my wings, I wasn't able to fly away this time. I was gonna have to give it my all.
I hope you're ready for this attack.
He used his sonic croak attacks on me, showing his might. Just like before, I was getting overwhelmed by his power. I tried to fight back, but with poison taking its toll, it was no use. I was at a massive disadvantage. There has to be a way through this. I can't die here.
Please, you can't defeat me. Look at you. You're pathetic.
No, I will avenge my parents and protect this forest. Determination surged through me as I unleashed a powerful new gust attack. He flew into the lava around us, sinking into its fiery grasp.
This wasn't supposed to happen.
He burnt up for good, and I won the battle. I quickly grabbed the cure, healing not only myself of the poison, but of my broken wing. Perfect! I just gotta keep my eyes on that scorpion. Wait, where did the scorpion go? I looked over at the other side of the course to find the scorpion had left the area. I'll probably run into her again later. Now, to get back on track, I need to find that cultist I was following earlier. I then flew up into the sky and scanned the area for the cultist until I managed to spot him watching from a distance.
No! You were supposed to die! The blue frog was sent to kill you!
Don't underestimate the owl. I flew down from the sky like a hawk and struck him down once and for all, leaving nothing but a map to another cultist camp in his wake. I bet they're holding one of the fairies captive here. I better hurry and help before it's too late. With my new lead in hand, I took to the skies, determined to save all the fairies before the king frog could do more damage to my home. On days 36 through 39, I arrived at the location on the map to find another cultist camp inside of the volcanic biome. There, I spotted a fairy trapped inside of it, but the cultists were watching the skies in anticipation of my arrival. Just like I thought. But it looks like they know where I'm coming from. I better try to lay low. I landed into cover and began to stealth into the camp by foot. As I stealthed though, I spotted a guard blocking my path forward. I thought fast, using my gust attack to create distraction.
What's that?
He left the area, buying me enough time to continue deeper into the camp. That was close!
Ouch, hey, watch where you're going, pal. I'm nervous, some people. Oh, huh? Wait a minute!
My cover was blown. I made a run for the ferry before more guards flooded the area. But when I reached the center of the camp, guards were already waiting to stop me.
You're surrounded. Nowhere to run.
I prepared to fight, but soon the ground shook under our feet. Just then, the queen scorpion broke out in front of us, ready to take her prey. I never thought I'd be happy to see you again!
Tame the beast!
The cultists turned their attention to the monstrous bug, allowing me to free the fairy from her cage. We have to go, now. Together, we flew into the skies, taking our chance to escape while we still could. Did you spot the Easter egg? Leave a comment if you did. On days 40 through 43, the fairy and I found a spot outside the volcanic biome to regroup.
Thanks for your help back there. Those cultists are ruthless.
I heard they're using your magic to corrupt the creatures of the forest.
That's right, and they still have 3 more of my sisters captive somewhere.
Well, I won't let those monsters abuse your guys' magic. I'll hunt them down and save them myself.
You really are the protector this forest needs.
Suddenly, the ground trembled violently as mushrooms popped out around us. Green frogs were about to invade the area.
The king frog's influence is spreading. Take my power and help my sisters.
The fairy used her powers to upgrade me like her sisters before. I grew bigger in size, gained 5 hearts, and even an amazing ice breath ability. Nice, thank you. But what about the incoming frogs? Won't you need my help?
I'll hold them off. Just go. Follow the mushrooms through the forest. The next fairy is somewhere in there.
I followed the mushrooms back towards the forest, as the fairy stayed behind to fend off the King Frog minions. On days 44 through 46, I flew over the forest to find that it had become infested with green frogs and mushrooms. Good thing I have my wings. I don't have to get too close to the surface. I kept moving, but suddenly the air became thick with green spores, making it hard to breathe. What the? Are these from the mushrooms? The spores were too much to handle. I fell from the sky and landed into the forest where the entire terrain was also overrun with spores. This must be the King Frog's doing. He's infecting the entire forest. I have to find the other fairies and stop him before it gets worse. I moved deeper into the spore-ridden forest until I heard something lurking from the bushes, stalking me like prey. Who goes there? A massive bear leapt out towards me, but something was terribly wrong with them. They had mushrooms growing out of their backs as they had become infected by the King Frog's influence. Don't let him control you like this! Just like the deer before, words were useless. The beast stormed towards me full force, ready to tear me to shreds. On days 47 through 50, I was fighting it out with the infected bear, using my new powers to try and defeat him. The King Frog's influence made him stronger than a regular bear. He was empowered and reverted back to his animal instincts. And to make matters worse, the spore in the air seemed to be adding fuel to the fire. The bear managed to land an attack with its powerful claws, throwing me for a loop. No matter what I did, I couldn't overpower him. He's too powerful. I need to get out of here. Using the spores as a smokescreen, I tried to navigate around the beast and through the forest. However, the bear soon passed by. I managed to duck into cover, narrowly avoiding him. I need to find that fairy fast. I hopped into the sky for a moment to get a scope of my surroundings. I then spotted a cage in the distance. I quickly ran toward it. When I arrived, I found the next fairy trapped inside of a cultist cage. But this time, the cage was different. It looked reinforced. Are you okay? I'm here to help.
Look out!
Before I could catch my breath, the bear crept up behind me. I had been discovered. On days 51 through 54, I was locked in combat with the bear once again. But it was clear that without the fairy's power, I wasn't gonna win this battle. I need your help. He's too strong.
I can't give you my power as long as I'm trapped in here.
Then hang on. I tried to break the cage, but to my surprise, it wouldn't budge. What the? How am I supposed to save you?
The cultists reinforced it, so the powers of the owl can't break it.
The bear came charging towards me with a lunge attack, but I managed to dodge it. When I did, he crashed into the cage, freeing the fairy and knocking out the bear for now.
Whoa, nice dodge.
It's owl-proof, but not bear-proof. Now, lend me your power. The fairy used her power on me, causing me to scale up into an even stronger form. I now had 5 more hearts and new ice powers. Time to clear this place of spores. With my new strength, I was able to summon a blizzard around me, clearing the area of spores and turning the bear back to normal. The bear shrunk back down to his normal self, finally freed from the grasp of the King Frog.
Those cultists got into my head. They'll pay for this.
Do you know where we can find them?
Their camp is just north of here. I think they mentioned something about their leader coming to visit soon, before planting those things in my head.
Leader? That could be the King Frog. I have to check this out.
Well, hurry. I'm not sure how long he's going to stick around.
I took to the skies, following my new lead with great haste. On days 55 through 57, I arrived at the camp north of the forest the bear told me about and found the King Frog speaking with his followers. So it's true. He is here, and it looks like this is a cultist stronghold. What are they talking about? I listened in on their conversation to see if I could learn anything new.
My followers, thank you for working so diligently to bring me this forest that is rightfully mine. Now that I've been freed from my prison, the real plans can begin. Over the upcoming days, my power will continue to grow, reaching newer and stronger heights than ever before, as you all continue to drain this dreaded forest of its power. By day 100, I'll be the most powerful being to roam this land. Not even the deer monster or that pesky owl will be able to stop me from taking control of everything.
His full power? That doesn't sound good. I have to find the rest of the fairies and stop him before he can reach that. Just then, I saw something moving in the corner of my eye. It was a mysterious figure running into the woods. Hey, come back here! I pursued the follower, determined to stop whatever they were up to. On days 58 through 61, I chased the unknown entity through the forest. The entity ran quickly, trying to lose me by taking sharp turns around trees. Luckily, I was able to fly and catch any of their swift movements. You can't run! I have the eyes in the skies! I continued tracking their movements until finally I saw they stopped at the water. Gotcha! I swooped down to capture the entity, but to my surprise, it was just a birdwatcher. Wait, you're not a cultist?
Oh heavens, no! I'm just a bird enthusiast. I'm a huge fan of your people.
Well, you shouldn't creep up on me like that. It's scary.
Sorry, you're just such a rare specimen. You're the last of your kind. I could tell you a lot that maybe you don't even know about these woods.
Oh, really? How about where I could find the next fairy?
Actually,
Suddenly, a purple frog rose up out of the water and swallowed the birdwatcher whole.
Looks like I found the intruder.
Spit her out!
I'll never listen to your commands. I only follow the word of the King Frog.
The frog ran off with the birdwatcher and I chased them down in pursuit. On days 62 through 64, I caught up with Purple Frog in an attempt to save the birdwatcher. Just let the birdwatcher go and we'll be on our way.
You'll have to kill me before I release her.
He used his explosive spore attacks on me, proving to be an even stronger opponent than the blue frog I had faced before. I fought back with my new abilities, but just as I thought I managed to strike him down, he split into 2 blue frogs.
You can strike a frog down, but we'll always get back up.
The frogs teamed up on me, and I knew I couldn't win like this. I needed to save the birdwatcher and get out of here. I have to take a lucky shot at which one has the birdwatcher. I picked one of the frogs and managed to break it down into 2 green ones. Luckily enough, after slaying one of the green frogs, the birdwatcher popped out into one piece.
Oh my! Oh, it was dark in there.
We have to move, now! The 2 of us escaped as the frogs morphed back into a single purple frog entity. We soon found a spot to lay low while the frog continued its search for us.
I've always hated frogs. So slimy and sticky. Ugh.
Well, now we have one hunting us down. I need you to tell me where I can find that 5th fairy.
I have a map to an ancient puzzle. I couldn't solve it myself, but I definitely sensed some fairy magic there.
It's a start. I'll see if I can crack it. Thanks for your help. I took the map from the birdwatcher and set off, determined to get stronger at any cost. On days 65 through 67, I followed the map and arrived at the puzzle the birdwatcher told me about. Sure enough, I saw the fairy trapped within a cage right next to it.
Oh my goodness! Help me! I can't get out of here!
Stand back! I tried to break her out, but it was no use. Even with my powers, I wasn't able to open the cage. Looks like that birdwatcher was right. This thing is sturdy.
I think the only way out of here is solving the puzzle!
Let me see if I can crack it. I looked over to see 4 pedestals, each with their own respective signs and a riddle. I am a creature that roamed the earth in the early times. I am what you fear from the depths of the ocean. I am an artist, one that controls ink. I am the one that lurks from the trees. It sounds like these are all talking about different animals. But what am I supposed to present to the pedestals? I heard the sounds of kids crying out and quickly sprung into action. I followed the kids' screams only to find 4 children cornered by an infected wolf.
Oh no, there's 2 monsters!
I'm not here to hurt you. What are you kids doing out here in the middle of the forest anyways?
We got lost, and then this wolf went crazy on us!
Hey, pick on someone your own size. I charged into battle, determined to protect the children at all costs. On days 68 through 72, I was fighting against the infected wolf. He came after me with his deadly attacks, but I was prepared to stop at nothing to defeat him. I couldn't let this beast get closer to the kids, so I did everything I could to lure him away. The 2 of us were neck and neck, but thanks to how much I had grown over my journey, I managed to land a wind gust attack that finally snapped him out of the King Frog's mind control.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I wasn't myself.
You don't have to explain. I'll make sure this never happens again. The wolf fled the area and one of the kids approached me.
Thanks, Mr. Owl.
Anytime. I'm glad you're safe. Say, maybe you guys can help me with the puzzle I'm trying to solve? I then explained to the kids the riddle I read earlier, and the Dino Kid handed me colored blocks that represented their hat colors. Are you sure this will work? Those hats you're wearing might be the items I need to crack the puzzle. Could I borrow them?
No way! These hats are ours! Those blocks should help you solve the puzzle.
If you say so. Thank you guys again. This is gonna help me save the forest.
Good luck, Mr. Owl!
I flew away and arrived back at the puzzle. But this time, I knew what I had to do. Time to figure this out once and for all. Match each color to the description on the sign, and sure enough, the cage broke open, freeing the fairy.
It worked! I can give you my power now!
The fairy used her magic on me, causing me to grow in size. I gained 5 more hearts and new abilities. That power is potent. Thank you, fairy. This will help me against the King Frog.
Not if I have something to say about it!
Suddenly, the purple frog from before hopped down in front of us. It was finally time for round 2. Hide, fairy. I'll handle this guy. The red fairy fled into the trees as I prepared myself for battle. On days 73 through 75, I readied myself to take on the purple frog. But luckily, this time I had my upgraded power from the fairy. Time to taste my true power!
Bring it on!
I unleashed my new powers, doing devastating damage to the frog, and instantly splitting them into blue frogs. Even as he split down into multiple green frogs, I was able to kill them faster than they could reform.
No! This is impossible!
You're all going down! With one swift blow, I took down all of the frogs at once, defeating the frog minions once and for all. Now that that's done, I just need to find the last fairy and I'll finally reach my full power.
Please, it won't be enough.
Before I could catch my breath, the King Frog himself jumped down in front of me.
You've been stirring up a lot of trouble around these woods, just like your parents.
Don't you dare talk about my mom and dad.
I admire your courage, but it won't be enough to stop me. Not as long as I kill you right here and now.
The King Frog tried to strike me down, but the fairy flew in, taking the deadly blow in my place. No! What are you doing?
You're this forest's only hope. Please, save my last sister.
Fairy died from her wounds, and the king came for me next. Luckily, a surprise attack from the side shot him, stopping him in his tracks.
Who dares to attack me?
I looked over to find the deer monster had come to help me.
Come with me, now!
I fled into the forest with the deer monster, narrowly escaping the grasp of the massive frog. On days 76 through 79, I regrouped with the deer monster within a cave in another part of the forest, making sure the King Frog wouldn't be able to find us.
The King Frog shouldn't be able to find us here, but we don't want to meddle for too long.
Thanks for your help, but you need to hear this. I then explained to the deer monster how the King Frog's power will continue to grow as he continues to drain the forest of its power, and by day 100, he'll be the most powerful monster alive.
Looks like you need to find that last fairy then, and quick. It's almost been 100 days since he escaped.
But where am I gonna find her? This place is huge!
I sensed some magic in the tundra biomes not far from here, but I wasn't able to get a closer look.
Why is that? Just then, we heard the King Frog approaching our location.
I know you fools are around here somewhere. It's only a matter of time before I find you.
I thought you said he couldn't find us.
I also said we shouldn't meddle for too long.
Whatever. Where are these tundra biomes?
Head north from here, but be careful. There is a dangerous blizzard up there right now, and the animals have been infected by the King Frog.
Sounds rough. How am I gonna survive that?
I'm not sure, but you'll have to try. It's our only lead.
All right, then I'll check it out.
Good luck. I'll try to see if I can find anything here and get the King Frog off your tail.
On days 80 through 83, I continued north until I arrived in the tundra biome. The deer monster was right as I was quickly hit with the cold winds of the blizzard. I can't fly in this storm. Looks like I'm continuing on foot. I trekked on through the blizzard, hoping I'd find some signs of the last fairy. Did you see that? Rewatch the video at 0.25 speed and try to catch the secret. As I searched for the freezing cold and rough winds, I suddenly heard the sound of stampeding feet approaching my location. Whoa, the deer monster wasn't kidding. The animals here are infested too. Calm down there, big guy. I don't want to fight. Without warning, the mammoth charged towards me full force, slamming into me for massive damage. Ugh. Okay, I guess we're fighting. Using my owl powers, I tried to fight back using the hulking stomps, causing me to take heavy hits from his attacks. I'm not gonna do much damage down here. I need to fight from the skies. I then took to the skies to help me fight the beast from above. Unfortunately, due to the raging storm, I was quickly pelted by huge debris of icicles, sending me back down to the ground. With no way of winning, I found myself helpless against the mammoth threat. This cannot be how it ends. I need to find that final fairy. The mammoth readied itself to finish me for good, until suddenly, he stopped and looked up in shock. I was sitting there confused as the mammoth began to run away from the area. What's gotten into him? Just then, a bright light beamed onto me from the skies above, and before I could think, I was suddenly teleported away from the area, leaving no trace of me behind. On days 84 through 86, the bright light faded as I found myself on a spaceship surrounded by aliens trying to investigate what I was.
See? This place has the strangest creatures.
What's going on? Where am I?
You were just abducted by us! We're studying the strange creatures of this planet.
Well, I don't have time for you guys. I need to save my forest before the King Frog destroys it.
Hey, you help us, we help you. How about you hand over one of your feathers for research and we'll show you around?
Wait, you're allowed to do that?
Well, not really. But you seem cool. Scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Weird. But I don't really have much of a choice here, it seems. Here you go. I plucked a feather from my owl body and handed it over to the alien life forms.
Ooh, very good, very good. We can make some globber glorps with that. I can't wait.
Alright, so you said you'd show me around?
Oh yes, of course. Follow me.
The alien led me around their ship and into a room that held some sort of special upgrade.
Alright, knock yourself out. I'll be right back to check on ya.
I then grabbed the item from the pedestal, and when I did, I was imbued with a new electric alien power. Whoa, that mammoth isn't gonna know what hit him.
Hey, what's going on here?
I was just upgrading my powers. Your alien friend let me in.
You're not supposed to be in here? Why aren't you locked up like the rest of the life forms?
Hey, calm down, man.
No, no, no! I need to get you back in your pod.
The larger alien then pulled out an alien sword and readied himself for battle. On days 87 through 89, I prepared to fight the approaching elite alien until one of the smaller aliens entered the room as well.
Hey! Hold on, boss. What are you doing?
You aren't supposed to let specimens see our tech.
Oh, well, I know, boss, but he's super cool.
No exceptions. I'm going to eliminate him immediately.
Wait, what if I get you a different specimen? A better one.
Oh? Better specimen, eh?
Yeah, just let me go back to Earth and find one for you.
Fine then. But if I'm not impressed with what you bring back, then you're dead meat. And don't even think about running away. We'll be watching your every move from the skies.
Don't worry. It'll be worth the wait. I was then beamed back down into the snowy biome to search for my main target, the infected mammoth. Luckily for me, the storm had stopped raging, giving me better visibility to find the mob. Alright, if I was a crazy infected mammoth, where would I be? There you are! Come and get me, big guy! The beast trampled towards me, and I readied my new alien power to use against him. Taste intergalactic power! I then blasted my new weapon at the beast, stopping him in his tracks. Surprisingly though, the blast from my new power managed to snap the mammoth out of his infected trance. Whoa, this alien tech is powerful.
What happened? Everything went black, and now I'm here? Who are you?
I'm Max, and the King Frog is what happened. He messed with your brain.
King Frog? That animal. And to think he kidnapped that fairy too. I hope she's okay.
Wait, you saw a fairy? Can you take me there?
Sure, follow me. But we need to hurry. Who knows how long she's been trapped there?
I began following the mammoth to find the next fairy, but I then remembered that the aliens were watching my every move.
So, this is the specimen you promised us. Huh? What's this thing talking about? Let's go, furry one. You're coming with me.
Wait, that's not the specimen you want.
It's not?
No, it's those two guys over there.
Who? Us?
Hey, that alien ship is looking at us funny, Mac. Should I waste him?
Hold on, Ollie. Maybe he's friendly.
They seem puny.
That's Mac and Ollie. They make awesome Minecraft movies. You should check them out.
Fine, this will do. Good work, owl creature. These two will be great additions to our specimen collection.
Mac, I think we should run.
Good idea.
Get back here!
The duo then ran off as the alien spaceship chased them down.
What was that all about?
Don't worry about it. On days 90 through 92, the mammoth and I arrived in another part of the snowy biome to find the final fairy trapped in a cage. Are you okay?
I'm hanging in there, but I'm weak. Are you here to save me?
I am. Now stand back. I'm getting you out of here. I was about to release the fairy from her prison until I heard the mammoth roaring in pain next to me.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the owl.
What the? You guys again? I'll crush your kind like nothing with my new power.
I wouldn't be so sure about that. I called upon the power of the Frog King.
Using some strange magic, the cultist scaled his body into a giant.
You're finished now, owl.
Mammoth, run! I've got this! The mammoth ran from the area as the giant cultist began attacking me. With his giant size also came his massive weapon that he used to deal heavy damage onto me. Thankfully, the storm was no longer brewing, which gave me the chance to fly through the sky to get better strikes on him. I used my new alien powers on the cultist, but his magic was just too strong, leaving me without many options.
The King Frog will make me his right-hand man when I'm done with you.
I wouldn't be so sure. I have one more trick up my sleeve. Hey aliens, I have another specimen for you. The alien ship didn't even skip a beat and quickly honed in on my position to try and capture the cultist.
What is that?
So long! The alien ship then flew down and shined its beam down onto the great threat, materializing him onto their ship and flying off into the night sky. With him out of the way, I ran towards the fairy's prison next to break her free.
Almost all of my power was drained, but I'm saved thanks to you.
No problem. I'll protect all creatures of the forest.
Well, if that's the case, please take the rest of the power I can give and use it to stop the Frog King.
The fairy then used her remaining energy to power me up, giving me 5 more hearts and even more strength to take down the King Frog. This is my full power. Now it's time to plan the final attack. On days 93 through 95, I made my way back to the forest to regroup with the deer monster.
You made it out alive.
You sound surprised.
Well, it was a dangerous mission, but I'm glad you overcame it. Did you find the final fairy?
I did. I have the power of all 6 fairies now, so together we might stand a chance against the King Frog.
Well, while you were gone, I found his whereabouts. There's just one problem. Follow me.
We left the area and soon arrived at the entrance of a sealed door. What is this?
It's where the King Frog resides as he finishes gathering his power. But we can't break through with sheer force. We need the last frog key.
I have a feeling that the King Frog wouldn't just leave it lying around.
Good intuition. He has it locked up in a cultist camp with his strongest followers.
Well, we've come too far to let that stop us. Where can I find it?
Here's a map to get there. Will you need my help?
No. You stay here and make sure he doesn't leave that room. I'm going for the key.
Good luck, Owl.
With my motivation high, I left the deer monster in search of the frog key. On days 96 through 98, I followed the map I got from the deer monster to track down the cultist camp. When I finally reached the area, I found that the place was completely deserted. Something isn't right. There's no way I can just walk in here and grab the key. I was hesitant but didn't see any issues with the area, so I went ahead and tried to go for the key. Just before I was able to grab it though, a ritual circle appeared under my feet. Gah! What is this? A single cultist walked out of a nearby tent, excited that he managed to catch me.
You foolish bird. You walked right into my trap.
Let me go, and maybe I won't kill you.
No way. In fact, I'm going to send you to a place you'll never mess with King Frog again.
The cultist casted a spell, sending me into a deep sleep. When I awoke, I was a child again, and now in some sort of dream realm. What is this place? I need to get out of here. I tried to move in any direction, but every way I went led to nothing. I was so close to stopping the Frog King. Mom, Dad, I'm sorry. I looked up, and standing before me was both of my parents. What? What are you two doing here?
The King Frog didn't account for spirits that reside in this realm too.
We're so happy to see you.
But I failed. I'm trapped here.
Not quite. We can use our power to help you escape.
We only have one shot at this. Are you ready to fulfill your destiny?
I'll do anything for you two in this forest.
Then return to the real world and get what's rightfully yours.
My parents then disappeared, and my vision blurred as I was sent back to the real world. Ha! I'm back!
What? How did you do that?
Never underestimate the owl. I used my strength to eliminate the cultist and quickly claim the key I was searching for. Time to end this! I flew from the area and made my way back to the deer monster who was waiting for me to return. Did you find all the Easter eggs? Be sure to rewatch the video and comment below where they are. On day 99, I returned to the deer monster, who was still waiting for me at the locked door.
You made it back! Did you get the frog key?
Of course. It's time to finally end this.
It's not going to be easy though. We locked the Frog King up for a reason. Even with all the animals together, we had a tough time capturing him.
Yes, but this time, you have me. With our combined strength and the power I've gained from the fairies, we can stop this madness once and for all.
Very well, let's do this. One last time.
I then stepped up to the door and used the frog key. When I did, it opened up, revealing the Frog King inside. Stand down, Frog King. We've got you cornered.
You two really are fools to come here yourselves.
The king used his powerful tongue attack to push us out of his way and step forward toward us.
This is a pitiful attempt to stop me. It took a whole army of animals to trap me before. And now my only obstacle is a deer and an owl.
We're not gonna let you take our home. I'll avenge my parents and protect the creatures that live here.
Ha! Do you really think you can defeat me?
I'm stronger than my parents, and I have my friends by my side.
That's right.
Very well, then I'll simply show you why they call me the King.
We both braced ourselves as King Frog came after us. On day 100, the deer monster and I were locked in battle with our most powerful threat yet, the King Frog. His tongue attacks and upgraded powers hit like a ton of bricks, dwindling our health down bit by bit. But we weren't gonna back down that easily.
I just need a clean shot! Take this!
The deer monster tried to back me up with his laser eye powers, but the king jumped into the sky to dodge and landed right on my friend. Deer, no! He was knocked out for now, leaving just me and the frog foe.
It's just us two now. Let's see who's stronger.
Bring it on! It was now a 1v1 as the frog and I duked it out, putting everything we had into each strike. Using my ability to fly, I circled around him to attack from every angle possible. Unfortunately for me though, the king's impressive jumps quickly knocked me out of the sky and back to the ground where we fought on a level playing field.
I think it's time to finally end this.
The king jumped high into the sky and landed straight onto my body. His crushing weight dwindled my health down to nearly nothing. It looked like it was over for me.
I have to say, you have spirit, just like your mom and dad.
Don't you dare talk about my parents.
Why not? You're about to join them in the afterlife.
No, I'm not done with you yet. I'll take you down, even if it kills me too. With a newfound strength, I unleashed a devastating blizzard attack, hitting the King Frog at close range.
No! What is this?
I continued rapidly striking him until the King Frog finally fell by my might.